Hey, welcome into sports, everybody. Anthony Vasquez here to talk about the hottest team in Syracuse and another trying to catch fire as the season wraps up. Syracuse men's lacrosse is in the midst of a rebuild. We understand that with its young roster. And while the season hasn't exactly gone the way of the Orange, Coach Gary Gait said his team is still focused and actually excited to hit the road for the season's final 4 games with the first matchup against the Princeton Tigers. SU trying to do something it hasn't done all year, and that's beat a top 20 team. 0-5 against the nation's best squads. But that wasn't the case early on. First period, you could think Sam Alexo for the fast start. You give that man open space, he'll make you pay. Only goal of the day for him, but it really set the tone because 3 minutes later, it's Finn Thompson's turn. Look at the guys passing up a good shot for a great one. Everybody deserving of a helmet tap after that. A little bit of a shootout we got going on here. 20 combined goals in the second quarter, and you can't have a goal-scoring party without Joey Spallina, can you? Just a casual 4 scores for the midseason All-American. Another one of them right here at the doorstep. Cole Kirst, 6th the dagger through the Tigers. 16-13 the final in the Garden State. Not a bad way to nail your first ranked win. A triumph that Joey Spallina says was quite simple after all.
It's definitely just been growing from game to game. You know, I don't think there's any special thing that's going on. I think we've become best friends, which I think is good. You know, because we're around each other a lot and we're learning each other's tendencies. And yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely starting to play well. And I think today finally showed the world what this team can do.
Maybe Coach Gait was right. It could be the road trips that light a fire under this bunch. Next up is an even better team, though. Big Bad North Carolina next Saturday evening. All right, let's get to the talk of the town now. Undefeated women's lax at CNS High School with the monster trucks inside the dome. But Megan Tyrell says we could be playing on the moon. It doesn't matter. We're still going to roll right past you. 4-1 in the first quarter, and it was smooth sailing from there. In the second now, offense just running circles around the Tigers literally, and Emma Ward was a big reason why. Season high, 5 scores for her, historic to many, routine for number 44. Credit to Clemson for hanging around in the second half, but a 3-goal deficit is like 10 against the Orange. First, it's Megan Tyrell. Next, it's Emma Ward. And how about a free position cherry on top? Olivia Adamson shows no fear attacking the cage. And what's there to be scared of when you dominate a ranked team to the tune of a 9-goal win? Q's women sit at 14-0, but next up are the defending champs themselves, North Carolina in Chapel Hill next weekend. All right, let's swap out the rubber for some leather now as the Syracuse Mets ended their series with Rochester on a high note. Thumping the Red Wings 9-1. All 9 starters reached base. 7 of them got a base knock. The pitching was also on its A game. Jose Buda led the way with 6 shutout innings and 5 punchies. Syracuse gets up tomorrow off before it's back to the road to face the Rail Riders over in Scranton. How about the big leaguers now? The Mets looking to sweep Miami at home, taking the first 2 games in relatively convincing fashion. Carlos Carrasco struggled early, but the offense picks him up here. Top prospect Francisco Alvarez dunks one into right field. First hit of the year for him. Down to the 5th, the Amazings down 5 until Pete Alonso slams a liner to center field, just finds enough grass in front of Jazz Chisholm. Another run scores for New York. The pitching was the biggest issue, though. Down 4 in the 7th, Brian De La Cruz finishes the scoring. A sacrifice fly to straightaway center field to run scores there. And the Fish get the revenge, 7-2 the final. Mets lose out in the sweep and fall to 500. Don't worry, though. Max Scherzer takes the mound against San Diego tomorrow night. The busy day on the diamond continued over in Baltimore. Yanks and the O's, perfect day for baseball, and Aaron Judge took advantage. How about 415 to dead center for 99, 3rd dinger of the year for now. And we go to Franchy Cordero's home run in the 5th. Not as long as Aaron Judge's, but they all count the same in baseball. He takes the round tripper 383 feet to right field. The Birds do make it close, scoring a couple until the captain does it again. 900 feet worth of homers for the MVP. Gosh, I wonder if those trots just ever get old for Aaron Judge. Either way, the Yankees take 2 of 3 from the O's. Important to get hot right now because an ALDS rematch in Cleveland is set for tomorrow afternoon. So we got lacrosse, baseball, and now it's time for some golf. Final day of the Masters, green jacket on the line, and it's just a tradition unlike any other on Sunday. Stop me if you heard this before, though. Brooks Koepka, the leader of a major going into Sunday, undefeated when he's got a 54-hole lead, and, well, Jon Rahm breathing down his neck. We start on the third. Dunks that one in for a birdie, pulls within one of Brooks. He does it with the putter. He's also pretty skillful with the wedge in his hand, too. Look at this shot. The touch required from around the green to tuck that one close. That's not an easy one, folks. Guides that to the doorstep for the bird. Rombo out in front by 2, locked in. The 14th, in some trouble, but it doesn't matter. Nice cut with the 9-iron right onto the dance floor. And check out the English here. Rides the hill and tucks that one in close. 11 under. He gets the birdie there. 12 under for world number 1. He was just locked in throughout. Final round, 69 for Jon Rahm, finishing 4 clear of Koepka and Phil. The green jacket is his, and deservedly so, with the weekend he had. Second of what will likely be many more major titles for the Spaniard.
Major title indeed for Rahm. Now, a lot of people going into this Masters thought maybe you'd see Tiger Woods get another green jacket, or you'd see Koepka. Did this Masters go the way you thought it would?
It's not surprising to see Jon Rahm win one. He was bound to. He really was. He was as locked in as he can get. Already, what, $13 million made this season. He's one of the best golfers.
Right?
Yeah, that is a lot for me. That's a lot for you too, right?
It's more than a lot.
One of the best golfers in the world. He's going to win a lot more majors. You just watch.
And speaking of money, let's talk about NBT Bank Stadium after the break. SU Club Baseball going up against Binghamton, and we'll have all the coverage of that after a flash.